By a show of hands, who would like to make $12 million in less time than it'll take for me to give this speech? At this time, I would like to introduce you to Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, and the criminal playboy. Jordan Belfort did just that. He managed to squander countless millions just as quickly as he made them. Jordan Belfort's tenacious methods when dealing with stockholders and business owners earned him the title of the Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan Belfort first arrived on Wall Street at the age of 25. Now, I asked you all in my survey what you'd be willing to do to make $1 million a month. 95% of you said either directly or indirectly that you'd be willing to step up to the plate and essentially do what was needed in order to reach that milestone. Also, I asked your opinion what an employer could do to essentially spruce up the workplace and make it a better environment. 23% of you suggested more comfort at work, 10% with more better customer service, 14% remained undecided, and with the highest of 52%, the most popular recommendation was for music and entertainment in the workplace. Gaining such a reputation from his office and late success came from where all employees had to do was show up, follow orders, and swear an underlying oath to the owner, and you would be essentially made rich. In a 2007 article from the New York Times, Jordan Belfort reportedly swindled small investors out of hundreds of millions of dollars through fake stock inflations. Thus, in his glory, the Times reported from the United Kingdom that Jordan Belfort record was making $12.5 million in 3 minutes' time. Later, Forbes magazine writer Raoul Khalif considered Jordan as, quote, a twisted version of Robin Hood who robs from the rich and gives it to himself and his merry band of brokers. Later, into International Business Times, Jordan was documented as being banned from the stock market and securities business in 1994. Despite his ability to make incredible sums of money in so little time, it still wasn't enough to maintain Jordan's lifestyle. Along with the fame and fortune, his hedonistic and dangerous antics earned him a reputation as a criminal playboy. His crazy antics, as stated by the International Business Times, included organizing midget throwing contests, crashing a Gulfstream jet, and chimpanzees wearing diapers skating throughout his office. In the survey I gave out to the class, I asked how much a typical hotel bill would be when living a young and wild lifestyle. 58% of the class suggested it would be around $50,000 to $80,000. 38% of you implied that it would be around $472, and 4% of the class suggested that which, as Jordan stated in his book, he spent one night in a hotel totaling $700,000. Also in my class survey, I touched on your opinions of driving while intoxicated, and if you would consider doing so while in the company of family and friends. 86% strongly stood by their opinion of not putting themselves or others in that situation, and 14%, with varying justifying responses, stated that they would. Jordan's obsession with alcohol and drugs provided a dangerous living which had gotten too much, which Belfort explained in a 2008 interview as, "I became numb to right and wrong." Jordan went on to explain that he once landed his personal helicopter on his back lawn flying with one eye open because he was so stoned he had double vision. In the same article, he sank a 167-foot motor yacht in the Mediterranean Sea after overruling the captain and taking family and friends into a Mediterranean storm. Later in his book, he became close personal friends with Doug Talbot, who was the president of Talbot Marsh Rehabilitations in Georgia, hoping to swindle his way through rehab just like he did the stock market. After being charged with 27 counts of international securities fraud and money laundering, the New York Times documented that he completed 22 months in federal prison in 2005 and is currently 13 years sober. Jordan Belfort became a Wall Street legend not only for his ability to make gross sums of money, but for also his disregard for the law and his lavish lifestyle. In less than a decade, Jordan Belfort went from the Wolf of Wall Street criminal playboy to federal inmate to now a productive member of society, which he continues to make ongoing amends to those he had harmed by providing motivational seminars to help those earn legitimate success.
And here's the thing about your past, and what you can, if there's one thing that your viewers, if there's one thing that you can actually get from all this, one distinction, it's that no matter what happened to you in your past, you are not your past. You are the resources and capabilities capabilities you glean from it. You are not your past, you are the resources and capabilities you glean from it. And that is the basis for all change.
Thank you.
Good job.